In 1925, Japan started manufacturing their version of the mayonnaise. It is more yellow, thicker in texture, and more savory, mainly thanks to the high quantity of egg yolk used in the mayo. Modern day Japanese mayonnaise, and the Kewpie brand in particular, is made from 100% egg yolk. Digging a bit deeper and looking into the main ingredients of this wonderful, wonderful dressing, I realized in this magic yellow bottle contains almost everything you want to achieve a crispy skin, savory tasting, whole roasted chicken. So, the pursuit of crispy skin, whole roasted chicken is back. Today, Japanese mayo. So, why is it amazing? Well, this contains everything you want for the Maillard reaction, the chemical reaction that makes meat taste meatier. On its own, the egg yolk is extremely rich in amino acid. Combined with the added sugar, with the optimal high temperature, causes the Maillard reaction and the browning we want in all roasted meat. The vinegar in this mayo would change the pH level of the skin, making browning easier. The vegetable oil and the fat content from the egg yolk would help the chicken brown more evenly. What is there not to love? So, very simple. Just like all our other videos in this series, we're going to isolate one change or one technique. So we're not going to go through the whole shebang of undressing the chicken, dressing the chicken. We're simply going to apply this, salt it, season it a bit, leave it in the fridge for a couple of days, and we'll roast and carve. So, as usual, we add the 0.6% salt to the chicken's weight to our wonderful Kewpie mayo. Should have seasoned inside of the bird. Just because we're on the Japanese theme, I'm sneakily gonna add a bit of shichime togarashi, just for color and flavor, and because I really like it. Has nothing to do with skin or texture. Give this a mix. This is ready for our bird. As usual, we remove the wishbone. And we separate the skin from the flesh on the breast side so that we could apply a thin layer between the skin and the flesh as well, helping moisture escape. Same shebang, find the V, perfect. Tiny bit on each side, simply work them in. And as usual, the salt that we added and the salt that's already in the mayo would break down the protein fibers of the chicken, seasoning the bird in the process, and when we roast the bird, its water retention capabilities would have been improved dramatically. Now, you can brush it, you can do it however you want. We're just gonna rub a very thin layer. I really should have seasoned the inside of the bird as well, but we'll let osmosis do the job today. I mean, chefs have been using mayo in general to aid browning, particularly seafood chefs, because fish has a much shorter cooking time. So one of my favorite chefs, Mr. Michael Suramusti in Los Angeles, would often brush a thin layer of mayonnaise before grilling fish. It even smells egg yolky in the nicest way. Perfect. Now, this goes into the fridge, uncovered, for the salt and the mayo to do the magic, and for the fridge to dry out the surface of the skin, priming it up for browning. Because, like I said earlier, this does contain a bit of vinegar. Even though it's a small amount, we'll be a little bit more careful in terms of marination period, so that the acidity wouldn't start to denature to cook the flesh. So 2 days instead of 3, and I'll see you then. Alright, after 2 nights in the fridge, this is what we have. To avoid excess moisture, I've added a bit of tin foil here just to elevate it a bit. To my surprise, it's actually quite wet, considering it's been in the fridge uncovered for almost 48 hours. I am, however, reluctant to pat this dry because I don't want to remove the effect of the egg yolk. So all we're gonna do is we're gonna truss it just to help it cook a bit more evenly, and we'll roast the chicken. And the trussing is not for the crispy skin, just because somehow with this marination method, I feel it's almost wilted the legs down slightly. So we're just gonna bring the legs back for more even cooking. As usual, you go under, bring the legs to where you want them to be, so you can visualize where you want to move this. Pull up the string, you turn once, you really pull to tighten it, and then you go under the legs. Once you have this done, this simply goes around the wing joints, underneath the chicken, around the other wing joint, and we tie what is called a butcher's knot, meaning you go around once, twice, 3 times. And the reason why we do this is not because it's called the butcher's knot, it's because once you pull, it doesn't go back easily. So you have more time and more control over what you want to achieve. Once you have the optimal shape, we just tighten it once more, trim off the excess, and our bird is oven ready. Now, here we have, just like a lot of my other recipes, a preheated roasting tray. To that, we're simply gonna add a bit of vegetable oil or any high smoke point oil, just to prevent the bottom from sticking. Because remember, the mayo alone is extremely high in fat content. So all we have to do is we tuck in the wings and we carefully lower our bird. And it's gonna splash a little bit because of the water content. Now, given the fact that we brush egg yolk on pastries for them to get golden color, I'm reluctant to max out the oven like a lot of my other recipes. So today, we'll start at 220. We're going to mother it to achieve crispy skin. And the moment the breast hits 60 degrees Celsius, the chicken comes out so that we don't overcook the breasts. I'll see you probably in 40 minutes. All right, after about 40 minutes, and to my surprise, even with the egg yolk, nothing was getting burned, so I've increased the temperature to 250 for the last 5 minutes, just to get that extra browning. And because of that, it's gonna smoke a bit, so pardon the noise. Yep, smells good though. Oh my god. This beautiful creature comes out, and we're simply gonna let it rest. I mean, usually you want to rest it for much longer, but for us, 10 minutes just to even out the cooking, and we'll carve and taste. I'll see you then. All right, after barely 10 minutes, because who can wait for that long, let's carve. So, I suspect this will be one of the tastiest chicken. Whether it'll be crispy, I actually don't know, just given how much moisture there was. But let's find out. Decent, drain off the excess liquid. You can see the yolk has given the cooking liquid a more yellow than usual hue. And as usual, let's do the breast. You see, like, crispy in certain parts. I can't say in terms of crispy skin, I'm mind blown. But let's go. I think that's a big enough sample size. Go back. That's our dinner for tonight. Now, let's do it. So, crispy in certain parts. Definitely very moist, but that's thanks to the brining of the salt. It is definitely one of the tastiest skin that we've ever had on the channel. In terms of texture, closer to a conventional roasted chicken, which is no surprise because we didn't separate the skin, we didn't do many things that we've established that is beneficial to a crispy skin chicken. But for a very easy weekday meal or Sunday roast, if one wants to just roast a chicken classically, even maybe turning and basting, the addition of the Japanese mayo is incredible. The depth of flavor of the umami that it added, the beautiful complexity from the egg yolk, and this wonderful savoriness of the umami, probably from the MSG. It's a wonderful, wonderful hack for a wonderful roasted chicken. Is it the crispiest skin chicken we've had? No. Is it a wonderful recipe? Yes. This is Japanese mayo roasted chicken. I really, really hope you enjoy. It's really good.